focus here. The weather decided to bless us with a couple of beautiful days forecasted, so I decided to come out here and try to film a video for y'all. So the idea in mind is we're gonna come out here, gather up some chert, dig a pit, fill it full of sand, build a fire on top of that, heat treat those rocks. Then we're gonna find some river cane. We're gonna half those points to those arrows and hopefully do a really cool catch and cook video for y'all. Also, yeah, we're definitely gonna do some artifact hunting for sure and hopefully find something super awesome. And I'll let you guys see that stuff as well. So stay tuned.
On today's adventure, we journey out to the Illinois River. The Illinois River originates in Washington County, just south of Fayetteville, Arkansas. Historically, the region's waterways and Ozark bluff shelters were utilized by indigenous peoples and later influenced by Mississippian culture in nearby ceremonial centers like the Spiral Mounds, before ancestral ties and forced removals shaped the broader Illinois River basin. Long before European and American settlement, prehistoric and woodland period Native Americans used bluff shelters, streams, and abundant resources of the upper Illinois River watershed. Archaeological finds in the region show connections to major Mississippian ceremonial mound networks, including the Spiral Mounds trade and culture sphere in neighboring eastern Oklahoma. The river was named after the Illinois people by the French explorers, while tribes like the Osage later hunted and traveled through the wider regional prairies and river valleys. The spring-fed headwaters begin near Hawkeye, south of Fayetteville, running through Washington and Bennington counties before turning west into Oklahoma. Nearly 45% of the river's 1.1 million acre watershed is located within northwest Arkansas, serving as a critical ecological and recreational resource.
Figured I'd show you guys my setup here. Got a Lowe's bucket and all my flint knapping gear in here so I can catch all my debitage and that, so I don't leave it all scattered around the riverbank. Dry bags, got sleeping bags, some other cool stuff in there. Bunch of water, my crock, shout out to crock. Got some ice, cast iron, ice chest, backpack, another dry bag. Got a few more dry bags crammed in the hole there. Got the bow strapped to the back there. So we are loaded down for sure, really pushing the limits for this boat. This is a Heritage Angler 10, and I have beat this thing to death. I patched it twice, and it's still going. So shout out to Heritage Angler. If you want a budget kayak, this is a solid one. Anyway, just want to show you guys the setup. Guys, across the river here, got on top of this big bank. This bank goes all the way down, and you can see how much this river has just eroded this, and the weather and the heat and everything. It's allowed this to all crumble down, pulling back these layers. And so I was checking that, I was running through here, and this caught my eye. Get it all cleaned up here. You can see that's a base, it looks like. See where it snapped off right there. Definitely a work piece, actually. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep looking, but pretty cool piece. All right guys, I was rounding up some rocks, and on the way back, found this laying on top of the surface. It snapped off right there. It's a pretty cool knife blade, it looks like. Pretty sweet. All right guys, earlier I walked around the gravel bar and I collected a bunch of chert, and I kind of spalled it out. So this is what we're gonna heat treat in the fire. Some really high quality stuff, some really cool swirls on this one. Interested to see how that comes out. Yeah, that's our pile of rocks. We're gonna dig a trench, put these in it, cover it with sand, and get a fire going on it. And then we'll check it in the morning, see how we did. We're gonna dig our trench that we're gonna be putting our rocks into, and then I'll show you where we lay the rocks in, put the sand on top. All right, as you can see, I've dug it out a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some sand. We're gonna put a very small layer in here, and this is so I can differentiate between what is like just rock here on the gravel bar and what is rock that I put intentionally in this fire. And then we'll put our rock in. So I've collected my sand. So we're gonna fill this hole with just enough sand where we have about, I don't know, 3-inch gap from where I want the surface of the sand to be. So I'm gonna fill this hole with sand until I get it to that level. Pack it in there. All right, so that's about where I want it. So I'm gonna grab the rocks and we're gonna put them in here. All right, so we got our rocks. We're gonna lay everything out nice and uniform. Okay, got our rocks in there. Now we're gonna cover them with our sand. You wanna cover them with about 2 inches of sand, which is basically what we got going on right here, right now. We're pretty good and level. I'm gonna collect some more sand real quick. Just put a little bit more on there just to kind of really even us up. Just kind of top us off here. And then we'll get our fire going right on top of that. Just gonna top this off nice and smooth. All right guys, this is ready to build a fire on top. I've been kind of dying to try out this necklace that I made. It's a piece of turquoise, the ferrocerium rod, and the striker is on the end. These are hair pipe beads, and this is hemp cordage. Anyway, let's get it going. There we go. Even after the rain that we had recently, everything's really dry, so nice and easy. A lot of people build their fires really pretty and that's all cool and everything, but you really don't have to. Not out here anyway. Everything's really dry, so it makes for an easy fire. I'm gonna move you guys back a little bit so the fire don't melt my camera. There we go. Sorry about the shaking. There's a big wash up pile back here. It's like 3 or 4 trees just washed up. So, I mean, really easy to feed your fire because you just go back there, grab a big handful of all these twigs and stuff that have washed up and toss it right on. It's good to go.
The chert that we're going to be heat treating today is Boone chert. Boone chert is from the Boone Formation, found primarily in the Ozark region, northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, and northeast Oklahoma. It is a thick limestone and chert unit from the Mississippian period. Boone chert is highly variable. It ranges from light gray to white, dark gray, bluish gray, or brown, and is often heavily mottled. Because the Boone Formation includes multiple layers, some lower layers like the Reed Springs and Elsie equivalent, the chert can be darker, blockier, and less uniform than classic high-grade Burlington chert. Alright guys, time to make dinner. We're definitely gonna need an onion too. So. Now just a little bit of butter. Now we just need a little bit of SMP. A little bit of garlic salt. Alrighty, time for the fire.
So I totally forgot to bring some aluminum foil to cover my top of my cast iron skillet here. So we grabbed a slate rock and threw it on top of there, and that should work just fine. Gotta check the taters here. Got a little piece of slate in there. Get it out. Put that right there. No big deal. All right. Now we'll get our slate rock back on. That'll work enough. I had this on a direct flame earlier, just testing it out. Make sure it can handle the heat. All right, guys, we just finished up the fried potatoes. And next up, we got some. This is the Steakhouse seasoned boneless, skinless chicken breast fillets from Tyson. Do not sleep on that. 5 for $25. This is where it's at. Good morning, everybody. Just getting some tea going. Been watching the sunrise. And here before too long, we'll peel back the ash and everything there on our fire that had our rocks in it. And hopefully by noon, we'll be able to check them and see how we did. All right, guys, here we go. once these cool down a bit, we'll break into some of them and see how we did. All right, guys, there was a couple of these. This is Boone chert here. I found these couple and I was like, well, I'm not gonna put these in the heat treat because I think they're gonna work just fine raw. So figured I'd give you a look at these. I'm actually gonna start working one of these, probably this one right here, off camera.